Today I'm gonna be speaking my mind, right? I have nothing specifically planned of what I'm going to be talking about today. But then I decided to talk about what's on my mind lately and recently, which is abundance. I'm currently at the point in life where I feel like an abundance of anything in my life makes me lose focus of what's really important. So maybe this video is going to be like a conversation that I have that's going to help me realign myself back to where I'm supposed to be. So I'm currently, before I shot this video, before I pressed record on this video, I was actually going back to my old videos. And whenever that happens, I know it's because I miss doing what I used to be doing initially. And maybe I feel like the position where I am in life, or the current position I am, content creation wise, is not where I want to be, right? What do I mean by this? I have previous videos. This is the 17th episode of my channel, right? I have other videos, 16, 15, 14, the previous videos and the episodes that I made, right? So every time my mind sort of like goes into a writer's block kind of mentality, and then I have no ideas of what I can talk about, and then I have no inspiration of what I can discuss, I find myself going back to my previous videos and watching them, maybe checking out what I didn't do right in the previous videos and then what I can improve for the next coming videos. But then maybe I don't have video ideas, the next ones, the next episodes that I could make. And then I don't have that inspiration. I don't have any ideas. Right? So back to what I was saying about abundance, that I think personally, whenever I get an excess of anything, I lose focus of what I should be doing, what matters most. I'm going to give you a very relatable example of my current situation at the moment. Initially, when I first started out making my videos, if you look at my first video or like my first maybe 5 videos, it was still the same background, right? It was still the same background, maybe the same audio quality, right? But I was still trying to level up, make some money, and then buy some equipment. So if I could give you all an insight or a background behind the scenes of how this actually happened, was I used, well, obviously the camera was already there when I shot my first video. The camera that I'm using currently was already there. I was using my phone. But then I had, this is actually a funny story. I started making content by putting my phone on the window, by the window, right? So we call it a butler system. I don't know what it's called in US English, but the security system by the window where you have these steels by the window. I would put my phone on top of the window and then just flip the camera to my side. Because of the natural lighting that was outside, it was able to project it into the house, and then I was able to shoot some of the best videos. So I would put my phone by the window there. I would close the curtains and then put my phone over there so it doesn't fall behind the window or the frame. So that's how I started out making content. Currently where I am, I own 2 tripods, right? I own 2 tripods. I own 2 pair of headphones. I have a headset and I have an earphone. There's the video I did about monetization in Lesotho is one. That's the earphones I'm referring to, that I'm talking about. So sometimes when I'm feeling lazy to set up the microphone and the sound card and everything, I just use my earphones because it comes with a built-in microphone. So I started off with just my phone and using my phone's microphone, right? And then I leveled up one level. I was able to buy myself my first microphone, my first studio microphone, and I had enough change to even get a sound card. So I just bought 2 of them, right? So then I leveled up to buying my first microphone. But before this, I actually used my headsets because they have the it also has a built-in microphone that you just drop to your mouth. So I used that for a couple of times, and then I decided, the quality is not so good on the headset, so I'm gonna buy a microphone. This is where this came into play. So it went well because I shot a couple of videos, some very cool videos, some very interesting videos up until this far. So long story short, yeah, I'm still leveling up and buying different equipment. I bought ring lights, I bought tripod stands, a table stand, and what do you call it? The stand that stands on its own, not on a desk. So I have two on the desk and on the ground. It stands on the ground. It's like 1.6 meters long. And then I bought a ring light and I got a PC, some speakers, the basic stuff. But I feel like it's making me lazy. It's actually crazy because I shot a video while I was talking about artists. Meanwhile, it's also happening to me. So I feel like it's making me lose focus and it's making me lazy to get up every day and to shoot an episode every day because I'm so focused on how many possessions I have. And then I feel like it makes me lose my creative element or my creative bulb, if I could say that. Because ever since I got some of these stuff, the ideas are not as much. But when life was still scarce, when everything was still scarce and I had to shoot using my phone, only my phone, I felt like life was great when I had nothing. I'm not saying I have everything, but I feel like life was still good when I had less. Right? So it kind of reminds me of this one, what is it, like a quote or something that said, I don't know if it was for men or it was a general quote, but it said, if you want to be happy, I think it was for men, it was addressed for men. So it said, if you want to be happy, you need to give yourself less. And one thing that leads to jealousy and spoilage, a person being spoiled to the point of being unhappy with what they have and turning out to be ungrateful, is because when you have an abundance of everything, it pretty much leads you to a point where you are not able to be grateful for what you have. You just oversee how valuable some of the things you're getting because you're so used to an excess, right? So I feel like I'm currently in that position right now where I feel like I have, because where I feel like I have an excess of everything, and because I feel as if I would still be okay if I didn't have any of this. One thing that's like a disadvantage being me is sometimes I'll make purchases that I will later regret in less than 24 hours. I will regret that purchase. So yeah, I tend to make purchases that I find myself being unsatisfied of in a few hours or in a few minutes. So I feel like the way I bought the equipment that I own at the moment was unguided and unsupervised, that I spend money on unnecessary things. Let me say unnecessary things. Because I feel like when you start out as a content creator, shooting content and making the best video quality content and delivering the best audio output or voice output, those are the primary things that I should have focused on. Okay, the live sound card was a luxury, but I feel like it's still necessary for me to tune my vocals and to tune the sound output and everything else, because it has some very interesting features like monitor and bass and treble, so I'm able to switch the delivery of my voice. But the rest of the items that I own currently, now I just feel like it was unnecessary for me to do so. I feel like I just had money and I didn't know what to do with it. Because at some point when I had money, I was thinking maybe for the change or the last amount of money that I have left, maybe I could trade that money or forex that money. But then I also remember that that's the wrong mentality to go at forex. Is not to go then make a quick buck, to make a quick change. Because at that point, if you go at it with that mentality, that's how you are bound to lose money, not make money. So then I was stuck between saving my money and preserving it, spending it, or trading it, right? And so I am a person who can spend money. I know how to save money. And I know a lot of people can come at me like, no, you shouldn't. Why are you saving money when they're printing a lot of it daily, billions of it and trillions of it? I don't care about those people, right? I believe in saving money. And sure, you might call me a slave or I have a slave mentality, but aren't we all slaves at the end of the day? So I believe in saving money than spending it. I am a big spender, but I'm also a big saver at the same time. So now people would ask, how is that possible? When it's time to spend, I make sure. When it's time to save, I make sure. That's all I can say. It's like 50-50. But when I go at it, I give it 100%. So, yeah, I feel like this is actually crazy that I'm a dude, but most of the things I'm talking about are feelings. But it is what it is because that's what I think and that's what I feel. I am a human being. It doesn't change anything. So I think I'm at a point where I'm like, I need to pause buying so much stuff that I don't think I actually need. Because the only thing I'm working towards, I am a person who doesn't have a lot of wants in life. I don't have a lot of desires, as in materialistic things. But with the few that I have, it's only that few. I think I could count them in less than in one hand, on one hand. Because I only want a PS5, if not a PS4 or an Xbox. Any console that can play GTA 5, because GTA 5 is the only game I want. So I'm currently working to get GTA 5. So it's GTA 5, then a bicycle, and a Rode mic. RODE, Rode. So it's a dream to have a Rode mic because the sound quality on that thing is amazing, bro. It's amazing. Just that it's too expensive for me. I don't have that amount of money to be buying a Rode mic at the moment. But if I get an opportunity, then that's the first thing I'm buying. The bicycle one is just that I don't like sitting for a very long time, being in a car for too long. So I like exercising. So I like bicycles more than a lot of things, right? So yeah, I don't have a lot of wants. I always say this. I was telling my mom about this, and I told her that the reason why my wants are so less or they are so limited is because God has covered my needs so much that my wants are limited, right? I have everything that I need to grow and to develop well. I was taught well by both my parents, so I have a lot of needs covered. I have clothes, I have a shelter, I have a roof over my head, I sleep with a full stomach. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of wants. I only have a few here and there, like any normal person, because I think it's normal for a person to have desires in this world, to desire to have good things for yourself. Right? So it's only normal that I would have a few wants. But then, like I said, in my situation at the moment, the stuff that I have, the things that I got, I don't think I needed any of these. They might be necessary in the coming future. Yeah, maybe I might find myself in the point in life where a lot of these things that I have might be necessary. So I'm not going to sell them. I'm not going to destroy them. I'm not going to do anything. Because in as much as I think I regret buying or getting these, it's only because I'm looking at it in the present time. I'm focusing and I'm using the current moment perspective, the present moment perspective, ppm. Yeah. So I'm currently looking at it at a present time perspective. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do or what jobs or work I'm going to have, what functions am I going to have in the future. I don't know what the future holds. Maybe it's going to need me to have had all of these. So that's why I'm not going to be selling them. So apart from that, that's all I wanted to get off my mind. How abundance can be both positive and negative. I think I covered both of them, of how having an abundance of possessions is it's putting me on the positive side and also putting me on the negative side. So comment down below what you think about abundance. Does having an abundance of anything get you in a good mood, and does it boost you? Or do you feel like, just like me, it makes you lose focus and you end up focusing on the quantity of possessions that you have as opposed to focusing on that one element that you should be delivering the utmost quality for? So if you enjoyed the video and you relate and you subscribe to what I say, like, maybe comment down your thoughts about abundance, and I'll catch you all in the next session.